Had we decided, is it Hypebeast week at WearTesters, or is it just whatever?
It can be what the people want.
I don't know if we could do that. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got this real interesting shoe right here. This is the Adidas 450 or the Yeezy 450. It says by Adidas. I guess you can call it Hypebeast week, but we might have stuff that's not Hypebeast related. And I will say that when I saw these online and even in person for the first time, I mean, these are just butt-ass ugly, but they're not that bad at the same time. They're quite interesting. First things first, these are actually from Kicks Crew, kickscrew.com. They're an online retailer and reseller. Sometimes they get stuff early, sometimes they get stuff late. It just kind of depends on what their inventory is like. That's where we got these from, because I don't want to support, sometimes I have to, but I don't want to, you know, the GOATs and the StockX's and all that stuff. So Kicks Crew is an OG of the sneaker resale stuff. They've been around for a long ass time. So if you have not purchased from them, you can just know, rest assured that their stuff is authentic. The shoe is so weird. It's like folding into itself. I've only seen these once on someone's feet and they were weird. It wasn't this colorway. You were with me. It was the other one. They were like tan and white. Those ones I think look a little bit better, but that's not saying much. It's like putting lipstick on a pig, as our friend Brian would say. So it's just like, it is what it is. I do think that the shoe though is very interesting, which is what all of the Yeezy stuff, at least currently, kind of like gives me that vibe where it's like, oh, those are hideous. But they're very interesting as far as footwear is concerned, how it's manufactured, how it's made. It seems like this is the stuff that is kind of pushing the envelope, and I think it's interesting. They're not just pushing the envelope as far as manufacturing goes, but also design and style. So first things first, we do have a rubber outsole right here. It's kind of got that classic Adidas wave bone pattern to it, stuff that we've seen first introduced on the Adidas shell toes or the Superstars, whatever it is that you want to call them, then adopted by you know, Nike. They stole it and changed it up a little bit and started calling it herringbone. But this thing right here, man, it's so weird and flexible and all that stuff. The rubber feels strange. Like, it doesn't feel like traditional rubber. Here, like, feel that. It's almost like slick. It's very interesting. So it is one piece. I don't know really what to say about it other than it is what it is. But the main portion of the shoe is the upper and this thing that cradles it. The thing is the midsole. Does it remind you of anything?
Venom?
Venom, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it does. To me, it reminded me of Beetlejuice when they're in the house and that sculpture thing that like...
Her artwork?
Yeah, and it like... What this thing looks like it's just gonna like grab your foot.
Oh no, it looks like the symbiote like crawling up.
I do agree with that a little bit. That actually would be really cool. You know how they did the Dawn issue 3, Venom and Carnage? This would have been a great candidate for that, but I don't work there. Anyways, this whole midfoot, midsole, cage, whatever this is, it's all one piece. This is actually EVA, so I thought that, you know, they might have gone the boost route and all that stuff, what they've done in the past. They started off with boost with the 750s, the 350s, the 350 V2s, so on and so forth, the 700s, and
yada, yada, yada.
These are different though. This is just a basic setup. It's not anything crazy. If anything, these kind of remind me of what Kanye started with back in the day, which was the 350, but a new version of it. So like there was the Roshi run or the Roche one from Nike, and everybody was going mad crazy over those. And then Kanye made the 350 and was like, oh, we're gonna make this and make it cooler, more comfortable. This feels like kind of like going back to that basic version of the Roche. And yeah, so it just seems like a new gen sock shoe, which is interesting. Now the cushion comes from this bad boy right here, this insole. It is ortholite. It says so right there on the top, but it's got a bunch of different little pads of different density foams and things like that, so I do like it. I think it's pretty cool. Reminds me of the Air Jordan 14s. The insole is completely removable. If you were interested in grabbing a pair of these and you need orthotics or whatever, you need some arch support, you can go ahead and throw that in there and it'll fit just fine. Now the main section of the shoe is the upper. The upper is all knit everything. This is the part where it's like real weird, like the way that they've constructed this shoe being fully knit. There's nothing reinforcing it. There's no heel counter. I mean, there's like a little shape back there that's the heel, but it's not anything crazy.
It's a water shoe.
Kind of. I mean, it's not neoprene, it's all knit, but like, it's just really weird. Like even the eyelets are knit. It's like somebody sat there and crocheted this and they were just like, yeah, this is all we can do. I don't know what to think about this. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I would never wear it. It's weird. Like they kind of remind me of the Foamposite. Like it's like that type of weird. The foams, like even when you look at them still, granted they've been around since what, 97? It's a shoe that you look at still in 2021 and you're like, what the f were they thinking? What the were they smoking? This is that shoe, but for now. Modern tech and stuff like that. Like there's an internal midsole inside of the sock, and then it's all clamped together to this EVA midsole. It's so strange. It's the weirdest of our time. I do think that the Foamposite is weirder, but that's from a different perspective. That's from a manufacturing perspective, which is like liquid foam. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, these are actually not my true size. I'm usually a size 9. These are a size 9.5, and they fit perfect. They fit 1-to-1. They fit like my socks, but it's a shoe. And yeah, it's really, really weird. So going up half a size would be probably recommended. Could you go true to size? I believe so. I think that the upper is so forgiving that it'll be fine. Do you feel all of the symbiote stuff? No, you don't. That's something that I actually think is quite surprising. It does hug the foot in like such a perfect way that they are actually really comfortable. So yeah, even the waves that are on the bottom, like I don't know how well you can see it, but there's like these like, you know, looks like a Ruffles chip.
It's like a crinkle cut.
Yeah, and
Fry.
it's so interesting that it's the design aspect of all of these things put together that makes them so functional and so comfortable, despite the design itself being so wild and out there. Even though they look jarring, it's one of those things where it's like, no, they're not that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like the person wanted something that felt like they were wearing nothing, but that their foot was fully protected at all times.
I agree. Like, especially in this colorway, I feel like I'm a ninja.
Oh, a fellow chucker, eh?
I'm silent, but mad comfortable. Also, these come out very soon.
November 11th.
This week, okay? So if you are not following Sense Apparel on Instagram, if you are not signed up to the newsletter, you're probably gonna miss out. I think this is the one where I'm not going to post it on the YouTube channel, as far as like, what do they call it, the community tab?
Yeah, the community tab is very hit or miss.
It's super hit or miss. Half the time we just get angry comments being like, I just saw this, and it's like 8 days later or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, like I don't design like the algorithm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's based off of what you watch. So like if you don't watch us every day, then it's not gonna show you our stuff, and then you're gonna miss out, even though I talk about this in every video. So I can't really help you. But they will be available over at senseapparel.com for pre-order. We'll take care of everything after that. Super dope. I mean,
Very nice.
These are pretty. Look at this, man. It's so clean. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about the Yeezy 450. I always want to call it the Adidas 450. I don't know why. But yeah, if you saw a guy wearing these, like if I just was wearing these, or we did see a guy, what did you think about that guy that was wearing the other ones?
He was doing him, I guess.
You didn't think anything of it?
I did not think anything of it.
So from a normal person's perspective, they don't give a what you wear, okay? So stop trying to impress people. It doesn't really matter. Just be nice. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.